So let's look at bison. Bison are kind of the 800-pound bison of WolfQuest. If you're in Yellowstone and you drive along the Lamar Valley Road or the Hayden Valley Road, you see a lot more bison than you do elk, but still there are more elk in Yellowstone's northern range than there are bison in the entire park. So bison just like these broad valleys where the roads go, so they're very easy to see. So why haven't we put bison in the game? The reason for that is that historically bison, first of all, there have not been that many in Yellowstone until fairly recently, and there definitely have not been a big food source for wolves, and that's changed some recently, but elk are still far and away the most popular food source for wolves because they're just much easier to kill than bison. But wolves have been learning how to hunt bison, and we do eventually want to include that in the game, but that requires special AI behaviors for the bison because they behave very differently when wolves are hunting them than other animals do. So in the short term, we just want to get some bison in the game to represent this species because they are common. So here we go, our beautiful bison model made by the amazing animal artists at our partner Jim. I've been chipping away over the past few months getting it set up in the game, and it's coming together. We can't, at least not yet, create those large herds of 50 or 100 bison due to performance reasons. So we're putting in these small groups of old bulls. When bull bison outgrow their evolutionary purpose, they typically wander off away from the herd and usually hang out with a couple other old bulls. And bison are cranky even in their best years, and these old bulls are really cranky. So you generally don't want to mess with them. A couple of charge attacks from a bison and you're dead. So here for this test, I've made my wolf immortal. It can't die. Otherwise, this would be a very short video. In fact, bison are dangerous to humans too. Several have been killed by bison in Yellowstone, and many, many more have been injured. Far more than wolves I've ever hurt anybody. So as I said, we're still tweaking this. Got some refinements to movement to do. One thing we are modeling are the bison tail positions. Like wolves, bison use their tail to indicate their mood. So they use their tail to send 3 very clear signals. This means alert. If it's up a little higher, that means they're alarmed. And if it's pointing straight up, that means they are angry and you really want to get out of there fast. Supposedly the phrase, let's hightail it out of here, is from the bison's tail. When it's got a high tail, you want to get out of there. So we haven't finished hooking this up yet, the tail, to indicate the mood, but we've got it in some places here you can see. The bison are mean and cranky, and they are not inclined to run away from a wolf or even a couple wolves. They know the power differential there. And if you see a bison coming your way, it's best just to step aside and let them go past. But we know our players, so knock yourself out biting them if you want. If you like to live dangerously, it's going to be very tough to provoke them to flee. But if they do decide to run at some point, they can run about as fast as a wolf, 35 miles an hour or 56 kilometers per hour. It's not a coincidence that all these prey have evolved to run at about the same speed as their predators. So you may occasionally see them galloping across the landscape. So we've still got some work to do on this, but it's coming along. Won't be in the patch that we're beta testing now, but bison are coming soon.